What's going on, YouTube? Little back in another reaction. Today we got mine to Kobe Bryant. No excuses. The last Kobe Bryant reaction will be at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. Tell me which one to react to next. I don't know why I'm doing so much. But follow me on the Little Official. What else? Oh, you gonna help your boy out? More Dells. Affiliate link in the description, man. Without further introduction, man, let's get into it. I got a little energy right now. I ain't gonna lie.
What I've learned is to always keep going. Always. You know, there's been times, particularly early in my career, where it just feels like this is the end. But what I've come to find out is that, you know, no matter what happens, the storm eventually ends. And when the storm does end, you want to make sure that you're ready. And so I've really learned to put one foot in front of the other, good, bad, or indifferent, because eventually that storm passes.
Can you assess exactly what went wrong? Was it too many injuries? Was it Shaq's foot at the beginning of the year? Can you begin to assess why you lost this series?
Nah, I mean, you know, we have a million and one excuses that we could go to. Fact of the matter is, we're not going to make any. They played better than we did in this series. We had our opportunities to win it. Didn't go for us. You know, so we just have to regroup. Like I said, next season starts right now, and you know, come back next season and play.
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I'll push myself to exhaustion.
With what you just said, it sounds like you think that if you're going to make it, you're going to make it no matter what. And if there's no like, oh, well, things didn't go your way the first year and it ruined the, you know, the trajectory of your career. It's either you have it or you don't.
That sounds like excuses to me. I mean, you got to figure it out, right? If you really have an obsession to figure it out, you will figure it out, right? And every puzzle is constructed differently. Right? AI's situation when he came into the league was different than mine. Mike's situation in Chicago was different than mine. Right? Everybody has a different puzzle, man. You just got to figure out your own puzzle.
And then for my wife, it's, you know, she's as competitive as I am. She's just like, listen, man, if you're going to be out.
Yo, Kobe be really talking, bro. He be talking. R.I.P. Mom, but I ain't even say that this video yet, my fault. But yeah, bro, Kobe be talking that real shit.
Training 8 hours a day. If you're going to spend 9 months out of the year away from your family, you better fucking win the championship.
I think it's how do you negotiate with yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. Is and we talk about the mental side of it, but then like, what does that really mean? Like the thoughts that happen in your mind when you're going through a competitive situation or you're facing a tight deadline, you still don't have the idea yet. You know, what happens inside of here? You talk yourself out of it. Do you say, okay, well, it won't be a big deal if I don't do it, or I don't have to get up on a Tuesday morning to go ahead and hit the track. What does this day really mean? In the long scheme of things anyway, it's just one day. And when you have those conversations with yourself, are you able to negotiate your way out of, you know, that little, you know, voice telling you it's not that important, or does that little voice get the best of you? I think that's
that little voice got the best of me the last 2 days. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I took a little break the last 2 days, but you know what I'm saying, you know we back. Can't. You know what I'm saying, that's why I be reacting to things like this as well. Need motivation for myself, and maybe y'all need some motivation as well, man. So we here.
separates people who go on to do great things versus people who don't, or people that do great things but in an inconsistent way.
When we say this cannot be accomplished, this cannot be done, then we are shortchanging ourselves. I knew that I was not going to be stopped. So at the age of 18, this was my life. Right? So you can't possibly become better than me because you're not spending the time on it that I do. Even if you want to spend the time on it, you can't because you have other things. You have other responsibilities that are taking you away from it. So I already won.
And that's the thing that's important, is understanding that we have to have so much energy. Because for like Natalia and Gianna when they were babies, especially Natalia because they was doing prime years, and I'd go to practice and I'd train and, you know, I'd play the game and, you know, I'd come home and I'd be sore and I'd be tired. And she wants to go swimming, she wants me to take her to the park, she wants to just jump on my back or whatever the case may be. You can't say, I'm too tired, I'm going to lay down. That's not fair. She don't know what the hell's going on, right? And if this was a game, you'd suck it up and play. I played games with the flu. I played games with 102-degree fever, man. Powerful. You can't do that.
That is so powerful.
Yo, for real,
This ring is a
very powerful.
commitment.
W. Kobe, R.P. Mom, yeah, very powerful. This why we react to the things we react to, man. There's a reason why we react to everything we react to. Some is for entertainment, some is for motivation, some is for inspiration, bro. Like, it's just, some is for greatness, you know? Whatever it is, bro.
Hey, you got to be on, man. I think it's just finding what it is that you love to do. Like I don't feel like I worked a day in my life. You know, it's hard work as it's defined by the world, but to me, there was no place I'd rather be. Like you can't, like I'd rather not be anywhere. I'd rather be on the track at 4 a.m. running wind sprints, and than be in a weight room at 6, and then be on the court at 9, and then train till 3, and then be back. Like I'd rather be doing that than anything else. So it wasn't like it was hard work. I just found what it is that I love to do.
And I think one of the things for some, if you follow basketball or not, that you and Mike had in common is that it wasn't, hey, I'm going to take 8 games off this year to try to stay healthy. The mindset of going, like that to you is comical, right, to do that.
What the hell is that, man? I don't know what that is. That's crazy. Seriously, it's crazy. Like, you got a lot of people paying their hard-earned money to come watch you perform. Perform. It's your job to be in shape.
Okay.
It's your job to be strong enough to
Most
perform
definitely,
at that level every single night. And as a competitor, I'm not ducking shit. Like it's not, oh my God, my back hurts, I'm sore. We got to play Vince Carter and Toronto Raptors tonight. We actually had this happen. We had a game against Toronto in 2000, and Vince was tearing the league up. My back was jacked. But like the perception of that, like what? Kobe's missing the game against Toronto and Vince Carter because my back was really spasming. But people will be like, what? Oh, he's ducking Vince. Excuse me? No, I don't think so.
I really don't.
So I would be in the layup line like, okay, there's a lot of days where you can rest and recover. Today ain't one of them. Your back can bother you any other day. That shit ain't bothering me today. He gonna have to see me today. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What I always try to do through injuries is not think about them, because when the game itself is more significant than the injury, you don't feel the injury. The injury won't get in the way because it's not important to you.
As time goes on, I'm sitting there 70, 80 years old, and I'm going to be wondering if I could have come back from this injury. I don't want to wonder. I want to find out.
We got to get to that 60-point game.
I want to see, man.
We got to get to that game.
Yeah, if the critics are out there saying he's done, he'll never come back, well, maybe you're right, maybe you're not. But let's find out.
Well, it's been tough, but when I have tough situations, I try to look at them as challenges. I don't look at them as something where it becomes a burden or something that's heavy on my shoulders. I look at it as a challenge. It's something that, it's just a puzzle that you have to figure out no matter what.
You pull your hamstring really, really badly. You can barely walk, right? Let alone play anything. Soccer, basketball, volleyball, whatever it is. You can't do anything. Doctor tells you go home, sit up on the couch, rest your hammy, right? Stay off of it, don't get up, no sudden movements. You're at home, all of a sudden a fire breaks out in the home, right? Your kids are upstairs, wife is wherever she may be, shit's going down, right? I'm willing to bet that you're gonna forget about your hamstring, you're gonna sprint upstairs, you're gonna grab your kids, you're gonna make sure your wife's good, you're getting out of that house, right? Hamstring be damned. You're not gonna feel your hamstring, right? And the reason is because the lives of your family are more important than the injury of your hamstring. And so when the game is more important than the injury itself, you don't feel that damn injury. Not at that time.
You can't shortchange yourself. Like you're not cheating anybody but yourself. Right? I mean, you're tired. You're literally this far away from the line. Why would you not go that extra to touch the line? Right? So if I let him get away with that, right, all of a sudden he starts maybe to cheat something over here, right? Not give his best over here, not give his best over here. And as years go on, he's going to be he's not going to reach his full potential because he's been taking these little shortcuts that just add up. And you can't let that happen. Our job as teachers, as mentors, as inspirers, it's our responsibility to hold them accountable to those things.
And that's all you need just to reload.
Yeah, because I'm already in shape. I don't need to sleep to be in shape to ready to go. Like, I can run all day already. My stamina's already where it should be. So like whether or not I'm sleepy or not, you know, like being sleepy and then being fatigued are two different things. You know, I can play the game and be sleepy and not be fatigued. It's fine.
What's the least amount of sleep you played a game on? Is there a story where it's like, you know, no one knows about, where you went and played a game and it was so insane for whatever reasons?
No sleep.
You played a game with zero sleep.
Zero sleep. Zero sleep. It's like, you know, kids, you know, Natalia had a certain, you know, health situation or what have you, and you're staying up all night, and then you got to go out and perform because fans don't know, you know, teammates don't know, nor do they care, nor should they, that you've been up all night. You got to perform, right? And so you just got to go to work, man.
That's respect.
That's
respect.
Doing things like that, and I say, listen, you know the answer to that. I don't know. Like, you know what makes you uncomfortable when you play. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing for kids nowadays is that they want to rely on coaches too much and workout guys. You know, which is fine to have them help you work out, but you have to tell them what you need. Right? You have to be able to say, okay, I feel uncomfortable with this. And if you don't know, then you're not as prepared as you should be, right? You need to know what your strengths and weaknesses are first. And then, you know, I can tell you some of the things, some of the rhythmic things, or some of the exercises, or how much repetition you need to be doing on certain things. But you got to know your game.
But if anyone's going to get through this, probably you, right?
Oh, man. Shit.
Did you say, oh man, shit, because everybody's expecting me to be invincible, man? Like, freaking let me just play the damn game. I'm a human being. Is that kind of what you were thinking, or was it like, the world's expect me to come back in the next month because I'm Kobe? Like, what were you thinking in that moment with all that pressure?
I was thinking, like, I don't know if I can do this. Dude,
Wow.
Achilles were like the kiss of death for
Yes.
athletes. Like,
Yes.
I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. There's so many factors. There's the surgery that has to take place. The surgery has to go well, right? And then just, it's a tendon. I'm not dealing with anything that's muscular or things that I can control. I can't control a tendon. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. And then thinking about what that process of recovery is going to look like. It's a long one. Do I want to do that shit? I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know. So that was the hardest part.
You don't know if you want to do it, or you don't know if you are going to be able to come back from it?
Both.
Oh,
like,
both
I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I want to do it.
Got it.
I mean, it's a long
Yes.
process. But like, when I went in the trainer's room, my kids are in there, and, you know, they're looking at you and stuff, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, you know, it's all right. Dad's going to be all right. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. As a parent, you got to set the example. You got to set the example. This is another obstacle. This obstacle cannot define me. It's not going to cripple me. It's not going to be responsible for me stepping away for the game that I love. I'm going to step away on my own terms. And that's when the decision was made that, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
If you were to receive a compliment from one player in the league, whose compliment would mean the most to you?
I don't really care about any of it.
It seems very simple because, you know, when you have a situation and you're struggling or you're going through something, and then you step on a basketball court or you're faced with that, you know, the fight or flight option, you know, you have a choice to make. And to me, it's a very easy choice. I'm not going to fold. I'm not going to, you know, crawl up in the ball. I'm just not going to do that. So, you know, you can either let the situation continue to affect you, or you can win at something. So if you're struggling in this area, you don't want to struggle in this area too. You know, so you want to, you know, try to compartmentalize your emotions and focus on what you're doing at that moment in time. And you'll find that when you do that, it brings peace to other aspects of your life as well.
If I could work that hard every day, with being blessed with the physical tools that I have, what would my career be? And I made a promise to myself from that day that I was going to work that hard every single day so that when I do retire, I have no regrets. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I live that way, then over time, I'd have something that was beautiful. But that was my philosophy. It seems like a pretty simple one, but if you live your life to just get better every single day, you do that for 20 years, I mean, what do you have?
And that's the end of this one, y'all. The mind of Kobe Bryant, no excuses. If you enjoyed this Kobe Bryant reaction, the last Kobe Bryant reaction is it's on your screen right now, man. R.I.P. Mamba. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. Tell me which one to react to next. Tell them post notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Lil Uncle Official. Link in the description, man. And I'm out of here.